It doesn't really bother me very much just because I'm making it for functionality for my family and my friends. So what I do, soap balls, soap balls, soap balls. I just made 3 batches of soap. This is homemade herbal soap. It's made with all natural ingredients, a lot of herbs, a lot of essential oils that make it delightful. And I use the hot process method most of the time. That's my favorite because I can use the soap right away and I don't have to wait for it to cure. And as I wanted to show you something here. So you can, if you want to learn how to make hot process soap, I have a few videos on my channel and I'll link to one of those above, and then just do a search and you can find a lot more of them too, complete directions from start to finish. But I also have a soap making course if you're interested in that, and it's step by step by step by step, and it's got a great book that comes with it too. So one of the problems that a lot of people have with hot process soap, and it doesn't really bother me very much just because I'm making it for functionality for my family and my friends, but a lot of people don't like these tops. So if you look at the top here, you can see you've got kind of a loaf top on top, and it's rather rustic looking. It's not one of those beautiful, swirly, decorative tops like you get with cold process soap. So there are some pros and cons to cold and hot process soap, and I'll save that for another video. But or you can just go to my website at healingharvesthomestead.com and search hot process versus cold process, or Google it, it'll come up too. But a lot of people don't like this rustic loaf top. So I actually have discovered how to make soap balls with it, this rustic top, when I have people who don't like them. All right, so what I do, and this is a very firm loaf right now. It's been cooling for probably about an hour. In fact, it might not be cool enough yet, but you want to catch it at the right time so that it's soft enough that the knife will cut through the top still, because once it gets hard, it's very, very hard. And you can see here, I'm slowly drawing the knife toward my stomach. Not a super great idea most of the time. So I usually go ahead and at this point, I will just bend this off. So you can see the soap is still pliable. And I'm going to show you what this looks like in just a minute. I'm going to pull the knife out of here. I'm still going to have a glob. Oh well. And I'm going to go ahead and just slice the rest of this top off. I probably should have waited another, I'm going to say 30 minutes before doing this so that I wouldn't have the gummy center. It would have been all firm. But we're going somewhere, and I wanted to just show you how to do this. And you can tell when your soap in the loaf pan, this is a silicone loaf pan, when it gets to be just warm, and not hot anymore, and you can tell by how it feels on the bottom, you can kind of give it a try and start cutting it. If you start feeling that it's cutting too easily like this one just did, then, just back off and wait a little bit. But this is definitely savable. And what I can do here later after this cools is just give it another thin slice on the top, and I'll have beautiful smooth top soaps. But this is what this one looks like right now, and this is with the little gummy top here. So in the center, because it hasn't completely cooled. And you can see right here on the edges, it's nice and getting firm. It's not quite perfectly firm yet, but it will be. And this will be ready to slice in a couple of hours. Okay, so the next thing I do is I take my loaf top and I cut it again into smaller bits. And I'm just gonna cut these, the whole top's gonna be cut into 8s. So each half section is gonna be cut into about 4ths. Oops, I didn't get it quite in the middle, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy his own little piece. Okay, and this is kind of fun. You could actually have a child help you with this. You get to just squish it like Play-Doh. You squish it like Play-Doh, and you get your soap balls. Give it a good little, make sure it's firmly together. And these don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be beautiful. A lot of people know what soap balls are, and they're just extra hunks of soap rolled into a ball. And there you go. That's all this is. And the cool thing is when you have all of these different colors in your bowl, it looks really pretty. And I used to sell these when I sold soap, which was, gosh, how long ago was that? This is 2024. So that was almost 14, 15 years ago now. It's been a really, really long time. But I used to have people buy the soap, and at that time soap, I would think I was selling my soap for $5 or $6 a bar, even back then. And now soap's going for even more than that. But my soap balls, I sold for $1 to $2 a piece, and people bought them. I think I might have actually made more profit on the soap balls because they're unique and they're decorative and they smell. If you've ever taken advantage of one of my soap recipes, you know that I use only essential oils, and I use quality essential oils, no fragrance oils. And I like a scent that's rather strong. And I've had people tell me before that these little soap balls and the soaps, actually, they've just used them for fragrancing their home, their car, their house. And then when they try the soap, they're like, oh my goodness, this soap's amazing. I've had so many people tell me that the soap recipe, that's my basic recipe, is the best recipe they've ever tried on their skin. And it really is. It's super good for your skin. Been using it for years and years. And I even have some people who have certain textures of hair who are able to put it in their hair too. And that's what I wanted to show you today, just a little bit about soap balls. Now, I want to, just while I'm wrapping up this last little bit, I want to tell you that I'm getting ready to do a tea challenge coming up. So I want you to stay tuned. Be sure you subscribe to the channel. Be sure you get my newsletter because that's going to have all the information when I get that rolled out. And that's going to be a precursor to my big tea course. Now, you would think an herbal tea course is not that big a deal, right? But this course is a compilation of every single thing you can think of about herbal tea, healing herbal teas, as well as pleasure teas. And it comes with a huge book. It's like 220 pages that contains most of my herbal tea recipes from over all the years. I have had, I keep formulation notebooks. I used to be better at that than I am now, to be honest. But these days I tend to just kind of throw things together because it's fun and I know what I'm doing and I have a lot of my recipes in my head. But I'm giving you all those in this course. So anyway, stay tuned. It's going to be a fun challenge. You're going to learn all about herbal teas. You're going to learn about the tastes and the flavors of different types of teas, as well as the energetics that come with the flavors, the healing powers that come with the different flavors, like bitter and salty and sour and all of that good stuff. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, and I'm going to wait on this loaf. This came out after this one did, so I'm going to give this another 40 minutes, I think, before I do soap balls with those two batches. But you can see how easy this is, and just check this out. Let me get this. I've got one more left to do here. But these are just fun. They're just completely fun. And they're nice to have in your house. All right, soap balls.